Welcome in. I am the Crypto Bull God, and this is all in the charts. The charts wait for no one. Even on Super Bowl Sunday, I'm here to inform you of some pretty historic, significant events that are taking place on the Bitcoin chart, guys. Getting goosebumps even just thinking about it. I don't come out here on Twitter or X and tweet things out there, post things out there just to garner attention. There are some significant developments in the charts, and we're going to get into that. If you appreciate the realism on this channel and the educational content, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop me a comment, and you need to click the bell icon for all notifications to know when I go live each and every single weekday and sometimes on a Sunday. Now, I told you guys, when there were significant developments in the chart, I would be out here, okay? I was emphatic about that. You have to understand, for somebody who has been in this market as long as I have been in this market, the markets wait for no one. They sleep for no one. There are going to be people in your life dragging you out to happy hours, wanting to do all these things. You have to know when the time is to focus. The time when to focus is now. This time is going to be short, it's going to be fleeting, and it's going to go by just like that. I refuse to make the mistakes that I made in 2021. I am seizing the opportunity in 2024. And if you allow me, I plan to share with you educational content throughout the entirety of this year to best set you up for financial success. There are significant developments in the Bitcoin chart that we need to be paying attention to. Let's get right into it, and I'll get to your comments before the weekly close. Now, if you're not following Tony the BTC Bull on Twitter X, give him a follow. I'm hoping to get him onto the live stream at some point very shortly, actually. He stole a little bit of my thunder today. He tweeted something out, posted something that I was planning on discussing on the live stream. We are looking at the daily chart right now on Bitcoin. Now, to the unsuspecting eye, we're up 1%. Whoop-de-doo. We're running up against resistance on the 1 day. Look at the RSI on the daily. We're above 70. You see this dotted gray line here? We're above 70. Look at the 3-day chart. We are about to close this candlestick. We are approaching 70. Look at the weekly chart. We are above 70. We have spent a significant amount of time on this channel discussing the historical significance just on the weekly alone. Just on keeping that relative strength index above the 70 level. We negated these higher lows and negative divergence on the RSI. We're about to close back above 70. A 2-week candlestick is closing today. We are closing above 70 on the RSI. Not only that, but on the 2-week, something historically significant. We are about to get, and you will see this on other YouTube channels in the days to follow. We are about to get the highest 2-week motherfucking candlestick close on Bitcoin since March of 2022. Let's fucking go! It's been almost 2 years, guys. Two years. All right? We've been listening to the bullshit being spewed by the crypto bears about 5,000, 10,000. Then they continue to raise the targets. Oh, Bitcoin's going to 15,000. CME gaps at 22,000. We are about to get the highest 2-week candle body closing stick in 2 years. Historically significant. Let's go to the monthly. Where is the RSI, I ask you, on the monthly? Now, we still have, how many days? Let me calm down a bit. How many days do we have in February? We got 18 days. You see how I can take it from here, and I can bring it all the way down to here. We got 18 days left in February, but we are approaching getting above 70. Now, We're about to close the weekly and 2-week and 3-day candlestick in just under 2 minutes. But why is this historically significant? If we go back in time to the 2-week and we look at this RSI above 70, when was the last time we were above 70 on the 2-week RSI? It was right here. What did we do? We went on a huge run. Now, when the RSI was above 70, where was it on the weekly? If you go back in time, you'll see the RSI was above 70. And we had our huge run right in here. If we go to the 3-day, when was the last time? Now, we did have it above 70 here. But when was the last time prior to here that we had it above 70? Oh, wouldn't you know it? The huge run right back here, we were above 70. And the same thing took place on the daily. If we go back here, you can see we're above 70 here. The point of what I'm trying to say is on the daily, on the 3-day, on the weekly, on the 2-week, we have never had all 4 time frames above 70 on the relative strength index since the monumental run of 2020 going into 2021. Have I not been out here saying, hey guys, look, I could be proven wrong. I've been proven wrong plenty of times before. I've been right plenty of times and wrong plenty of times. This has been my primary view. Bitcoin topping in the first half of 2024. Okay? Once momentum picks up in this market, it happens quick. The bearish momentum here seemingly lasts forever. But the bullish upswing is quick. You guys have to be paying attention to the price indicators and the charts that are telling you with probabilities, not certainties, that we are about to enter a parabolic run. And again, as I had shared with you in a post on Twitter today, it doesn't matter to me, and it shouldn't matter to you if we top in June or July or December or October or January of 2025. It should not matter. It should not matter. Because at the end of the day, the greatest probability is in our favor for things to have a melt up before a meltdown. Now what we need to do is we need to be paying attention to the things that allow us to feel confident that things are not only picking up in momentum, but are also becoming overheated. We need to feel confident when we should start selling some of our assets, right? That is going to happen sooner than you think. I've been here long enough to see this, guys. I've been here for a long time. If you're newer to this market, okay, if you're newer to this market especially, you don't get it, but you're going to realize it very quickly. Look at the way this candlestick just closed on the weekly, guys. This is a green Jesus candle, okay? This is a green Jesus candle. For everyone out there that jumped on the bandwagon that needed to see 32 to 35 because of a CME gap, I got news for you. We did not get 32 to 35. It does not mean we couldn't roll over in the coming weeks and hit 32 to 35, but it is becoming increasingly less probabilistic that we are not going to see anywhere near 32 to 35 until after we top and then have a major correction in the markets. I've been out here on this channel every single day since I've returned to YouTube telling you that. I've been on Twitter, on X, telling you this, guys. Everyone was talking about 32 and 35. I said it could happen, but more than likely it's not going to happen. Look at what has happened in the market. This is the most bullish close we've had in 2 years, okay? And we have not had RSI levels close above 70 on the 2-week. At the same time as above 70 on the weekly. At the same time, we're just shy of it. The 3-day, we are just shy. The 1-day, we're above it. The daily, you can see we're at 67.5. So we still have some work on the 3-day. Technically, we have it on the 2-week, the 2-week, the weekly, the daily. We want this 3-day to come in. We want some bullish momentum to the upside to push us up towards 50. If we get a push towards 50 in the coming handful of days here, this 3-day is going to push above 70. And the last time, what I'm trying to share with you and why this is so historically significant, it's not just the 2-week. I mean, this is, to me, at the moment, this is the most historically significant information that we have today that is in real time I'm sharing with you. We have had the highest candle body close that Bitcoin has seen on a 2-week chart in 2 years. The next thing we want to see over the handful of days, let's push above 50, and we're going to have the 3-day, the daily, the 3-day, the weekly, the 2-week, quite possibly the monthly, setting up with a cross above 70 on the RSI for the first time since that huge run that we saw in 2021. You can see right now we're sitting at 66.38. Okay, 66.38. Again, last time we were above 70 on the RSI on the monthly was back in December 20. And you guys, if you were here, you know what happened in December 20. We got this huge candlestick here and we did not look back. I was in the camp, and I told you guys, I was in the camp that once we broke all-time highs, and it was a very logical conclusion to reach. Guys, thumbs up if you appreciate the passion and education. I don't really see a lot of engagement. I need some thumbs up to help the YouTube algorithm to get some more logic out in the community instead of all the hype that I see in this space. I was in the camp when we broke prior all-time highs above $20,000 that logically we would come back and back test it. It would provide you some ammunition, people would reload, and we'd continue up. Never happened, okay? I've been telling you for a while now, I've been getting a lot of the same, TradingView is acting really silly. I've been getting a lot of the same sense on these moves, guys. A lot of the same sense that I had. It feels very eerily similar now to back then, okay? Tune in. Make sure, by the way, you tune into the CBG podcast because there are a lot of concerning economic things on the horizon. But the stock market and the economy quite often diverge, and we still have room to run in this market. That warning shot that will be fired to you that I've spoken to many times is when the Federal Reserve begins to decrease interest rates. And I don't want to steal ammunition from the CBG podcast because the next CBG podcast will only be talking about interest rates. That's going to be your warning shot fired that within the more than likely within the next several months the market will top and it's your time to get out. But we'll talk about that in the CBG podcast. Who do we have in the live stream here? Rory. Good to see you in here, my friend. I don't know anything about DYN, my friend. What's up, Track? Good to see you. Dude, the important thing is you learn from it. I was just on the phone with someone today and I said, you have to understand, if I seem... There are a limited number of people in my life that I talk to about what my aspirations are and how I plan to become financially independent. There is no way I will ever truly become financially independent unless if I am pouring my time and energy into this market. The time is now. I can't sit back and allow my investments to just coast and then think I'm just going to sell out at the top. That is completely moronic. I refuse to allow myself to make the same mistakes that I did in 2021. Okay? I'm here to profit, and I want everyone here to profit as well. You learn from your mistakes. Yeah, man, I try to come out here with the passion, Rory. Glad you appreciate it. You damn right I'm on fire, Track. Yeah, man, I don't, Antonio, the news is conjecture and noise to me. It's always interesting and informative, but the charts are the charts. That's the way I look at it. Cass, how is Cass doing? Cass hasn't broken out to an all-time high yet, but it's very close. And 30 cents is my minimum target of where it's going to initially stop. 30 cents is my minimum target. You bet $13,000 on the Super Bowl. I don't believe you, Evan, even though you have $5 in your checking account. I don't believe you. John, what's up? What's up, JP Rocks? Evan, what is going on right now? What is happening? What's up, TM? Glad you stumbled upon the channel. YouTube algorithm is working. So if you didn't catch the top of the live stream, make sure you tune into the beginning of it, because I spoke to, there's no fluff and puff on this channel. The only thing that puff comes to mind are the Powerpuff Girls. Hey, I watched that show back in the day. But there's no fluff and puff on this channel. If I tell you there's something historically significant going on, there's something historically significant going on. What in the fuck just happened? Todd OG, you sent me I don't think you meant to send me a $50 super chat. Wow, that is the largest super chat I have ever gotten. Boy, if everybody sent me a $50 super chat, I might claim financial independence by tomorrow. Todd, man, thank you so much. You know, the super chats, I'm an extremely humble, grateful individual. So putting all the man, when somebody does something like that, I can't tell you. Hopefully it resonates in what I'm about to say. I can't even make sense of something like that. Somebody sends you $50 saying thank you for the useful, informative TA, man. I put a lot of effort into this, and so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope it comes through in me saying thank you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it's one of I think the biggest reason that I have not been excited about the Super Bowl, I was naming a couple reasons off to somebody, but I think the biggest reason is because of the whole Taylor Swift thing. I'm so over the Taylor Swift thing. Every time Kelsey catches the ball, they're going to be talking about Taylor Swift and zooming in on her. And I just, I've had enough of Taylor Swift. Enough already. God. Black Oil. Black Oil, your $5 super chats are adding up. Believe me. Guys, you could send me a $1 super chat. I could give two shits less. It's just the idea of, at some point down the road, if you ever consider tipping your waiter, is how I look at it. I don't expect super chats, but when people do it, it is so appreciative. So it doesn't matter the dollar value. Well, $50 is a lot, I will say that, but it doesn't matter the dollar value. But thank you very much. Good. Go live after the game. No, I am not going live after the game. Chances are I won't even be awake. Guys, I really have to say, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm surprised I'm getting as many people in the live stream as I am. I know the Super Bowl is on. Of course, no one really wants to watch the 49ers versus the Kansas City Swifts. I don't know. I feel a little salty about it. Yeah, I mean, something I will consider doing. Thank you, JP Rocks. I appreciate everybody that tunes in. I really do. Something that I will consider doing at some point is creating a list. And the dangerous thing with creating a list is if somebody's excluded from the list, they're going to feel like they should have been on, but whatever. I can't be afraid of spilled milk or hurting people's feelings. Maybe just like a handful of technical analysts whose work I respect and I think that you should tune into, because there's absolutely no part of me that thinks you should only tune into the value that I provide. I think there's plenty of other value-added technicians out there. If we look at the 12-hour guys, again, one of the things I hit on here very routinely, when you're in the midst of a bullish upswing to the upside, this 200, okay, once we started the upswing here, this serves as a gravitational force to pull us up. We went a little bit below, gravitational force to pull us up. This was a larger deviation than history suggests. Gravitational force to pull us up. Gravitational force to pull us up. That 200 simple moving average, once you're in a confirmed bullish upswing, 200 simple moving average on the 12-hour is an incredible spot to buy. Let's quickly take a look. Bitcoin was really the major thing I wanted to cover. Of course, I will be going live tomorrow, so it's not like we're not going to be looking at these charts again. Did want to quickly take a look at the total market cap. I can consider for tomorrow the charts we didn't look at. and we can look at them tomorrow. Again, this is setting up beautifully. All the price indicators look beautiful. We're consolidating right between 1.6 and 1.8 trillion on the total market cap. This looks to me, sooner rather than later, we're going to want to push up into this area and consolidate before moving up, which would be significant. All that means in layman's terms, if we consolidate, if we graduate to the next stair step up, all your projects are just increasing significantly in value, which is what I see, which actually brings me to Ethereum. Now, if you want your altcoins to do well, you need Ethereum to do well. We're starting to get this cross up on the stochastic RSI, which is good to see on the weekly. Again, look at where we closed, right at like 2,500, right? To me, it looks like Ethereum, and I shared this with you earlier, I believe on Friday. I would be shocked, unlike the Shocker from WCW. If you don't know who the Shocker is from WCW, look him up. I would be shocked if we're not up at 2,800 either this week or next week. This just looks like it wants to pump up majorly. That's going to pump up your Ethereum Classic. It's also going to pump up all your ERC20 tokens. It's going to give a lot of confidence and renewed vigor to the market that altcoins are picking up. This looks great. I don't need to look at the Ethereum BTC ratio. That probably it looks the same. But the 2-week and weekly on Ethereum is looking great, guys. When you zoom out, and you can talk about how boring this chart has been, but at some point there is a rounding bottom here forming, and we're going to enter a parabola. Okay. I have to take a look at my minimum targets for Ethereum again, but I believe a minimum target area is towards 8,000. So I'll have to revisit that. Don't quote me on the 8,000, but somewhere between 8 to 12, I believe, is what I was looking at, but don't quote me on that. Guys, this is pretty much all I wanted to come out here and share with you. There really was nothing else. I'm going to give a quick update, because again, I'm going live tomorrow. I'm going to give a quick update for all the Caspinians. Is that what we're calling ourselves? Kind of sounds, I'm going to be honest, I don't really like the word Caspinians, but I guess it is what it is, right? This is the 3-day chart. This was our confirming candlestick here after we saw the breakout. So I'm going to change that green. This is still red until we get a close above there. Look how close we are to new all-time highs. Okay. Now, if we go to the weekly, again, I literally just created a video on Tuesday and it dropped on Wednesday where I said, in the video, if you watch my Caspa video, okay, what did I say in the video? In fact, I still have it drawn here. Every single time price closes below the 10 simple moving average on the weekly, it is a monumental buy opportunity, monumental buy opportunity, monumental, and it's about to be another monumental. Again, 30 cents is my minimum target, initial target on Caspa. Now, I think Caspa is going to be going much, much, much higher than 30 cents. My portfolio says so. Again, I am extremely convicted in this project, not just from a technical standpoint, but from a fundamental standpoint. If you find a project, if you're good with technical analysis and you can find a project you feel convicted to on both the technicals and the fundamentals, that's the sweet spot. And that's what I found with Caspa. So now we're getting a cross up in the MACD. We got the RSI just under 70. Stochastic RSI has crossed back above 20. We appear primed for a very large move up in Caspa. Now again, if you've been paying attention to the videos I publish on Caspa, $2 to $4 is the range I'm looking for. Okay, nothing south of 2, and something south of 2 would disappoint me. Something north of 4 would shock me. Okay. So I'm right in that 2 to 4 range. $3 is a sweet spot. But right now, again, in the shorter term, I from down here, I was looking for this thing to at least triple in value from this 10-cent range all the way up to 30 cents. So again, just getting something where you see a big rise up, some consolidation, and then another monumental rise up. And we'll have to see if we hit that $1 by the first quarter of this year. It's going to happen. It's got to happen in the next month and a half. Again, it might bleed into April or May. We'll see. But I did call for $1 in the first quarter. Guys, that's all I had for you today. Thank you so much for the engagement. No comments on your last comment, Evan. I've commented on him enough. Don't need to bring him up. I will be Caspardans. I kind of like that. I will be back tomorrow. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button to make sure you know when I go live. We'll review a lot of other charts we haven't taken a look at. I'm not going to go through the analysis I did today. It's for others to catch up on. Make sure you catch the beginning of the live stream if you have not already, such as Todd, who was so kind on the super chat. Thank you so much. Good to see everyone here. I'll see you back here next time. I guess enjoy the Super Bowl if that's your thing to watch Taylor Swift. Until next time, everybody, let's all spread awareness and let's carry the education forward. These gains wait and sleep on no one. Make the most of the opportunity this year. Seize the opportunity. It is short, it is fleeting, and we're going to enter another massive correction when this is all over. Seize the opportunity. I'll see you tomorrow.